Feeling great today. Today is, day 4 of no social media. And yeah, life has oddly and surprisingly been joyful and stress and anxiety free. It not free, but in a way that I haven't experienced before. It was as though daily, starting from the minute I woke up, I was easily irritable and short with everything. And I've discovered that it has been due to, generally when I'm on social media, I'm learning about stuff. I'm connecting with a lot of people who share their life and experiences with me that educates me on things that I may not be experiencing in my life. And so when anything distracts me from learning that I'm really interested in, I get really impatient and short-tempered and snappy and rude, honestly, and just unnecessary. And it ripples outward into the tiny space that we all share here. So, not being as engrossed the minute I wake up in a learning process, I'll call it learning, the more stable my mood has been throughout the day, especially starting from the minute I wake up. This has been profound for me. A lot more creativity has been coming forward. Dan built it, but we put together this shelving system yesterday where in place there used to be 2 dressers. So it's really opened up our living space by like a foot deep and however long this is. Was that like 7 feet? So anyway, that's been really great. My mind is clear. Not so just this like kind of overlying tense. Like if someone had a furrowed brow, I feel like my brain has a furrowed brow all day when I'm on social media. It's weird. Today, being day 4, I did notice a more internal desire to just want to kind of binge, like what used to be binge watch Netflix or TV or something. This morning, I was really feeling inside like I kind of just wanted to say fuck it to a bunch of stuff and binge on social media and scroll for a while. And that's a first. I haven't experienced that yet. Since before, when I was on social media all the time, I always wanted to just binge scroll. Dan hasn't expressed that he's noticed any behaviors too much from me not being on social media. He did say yesterday when we were in a discussion that when I was on my phone the other morning, when I was looking up books that I wanted to order and read about empaths and the psychology of empaths and light source workers, energy working, human energy working, he saw it as a behavior of me just being on my phone and openly said that he just took it that I was probably on social media going to be scrolling for hours. So he prompted me to get up out of bed and start the day early. And at that point, him saying he didn't really, it hasn't registered that I'm not on social media, for him, me just seeing me on my telephone is an indicator enough for him that I'm probably doing something less valuable with my time. Which was fascinating to hear his perspective on. But then admittedly, he said it hasn't sunk in to him yet that I am cleansing from social media. It's been interesting. It's been an interesting time. I do find myself still in a very cornstarchy emotional situation. And what I mean by that is like when you mix cornstarch with water and you get that, I forget the scientific term, but it makes a liquid consistency, but when you put weight onto it, the surface tension stiffens. So like you could run across a pool of cornstarch water, But yet if you like stuck your hand in it, it would probably just be the water. I don't know, it's cool. But that's how I feel. Like, one minute I'm stable, the next it's a fucked up quicksand sinkhole. And I can only fathom that this would be a very long process of detox, since I've been with my phone for day in and day out, years now. So to go without it and detox through the conscious and subconscious psychological behaviors and emotional addictions with it, I'm sure I'd feel pretty cornstarchy for, maybe even like a year or something. But I'm off to be more productive again today. I am getting kind of tired of being productive because it's physically exhausting. I am struggling with applying myself to a physical practice. And obviously there's a lot of emotions going around it because I have no words to really talk about it about. But it's coming. Guess I've just been feeling a lot of doubt from the rest of the world around me about my ability to produce in terms of workshops, retreats, class, anything really. It's almost like I'm feeling like the world is perceiving me as a person who is either trying to talk too big for how they understand, or is just talking a bunch of gibberish, fake bullshit, or is, I don't know, something not that I'm doing. It seems like almost like when I talk about anything significant to me, like I'm fucking trying to convince people or something, which is interesting to experience and watch it all settle in, but I don't know, there's definitely a part of me that's really fucking sick of, like, almost that, like, as though what I talk about, nobody else knows about, so therefore either I'm trying to convince them for myself, or so they understand, or they're thinking I am because they don't understand it. When it's like, I want to just be able to talk to people who at least grasp somewhat of what we're talking about, that give some fucks about their health and life and existence. But it seems everyone around me, from my siblings to my parents to extended family, being aunts, grandmas, cousins, nephews, all of the family except one aunt that I think of, doesn't give a fuck about their health, their psychological and emotional health, aren't interested in emotional intelligence, and honestly express only frustrations and resistance toward me and what I talk about, or what I want to talk about, or what I wonder and question and ask about. And it's hard because normally me would just be like, well, peace the fuck out. That can be fine. You can do you and I can do me, and we don't have to socialize or choose to be around each other in a still fine way. But it's like, for some reason, I'm not able to do that because I have to be involved with these people, and it's really fucking difficult. It's wearing on me in a way where, knowing that I have empath tendencies and that I am very empath, if you will, quality, like, it causes me to start resenting them, which I learned yesterday is common behavior for the proud helper empath, where the altruistic empath would just do and be and say all the things that I have, but with no worry about the outcome. So I definitely know I'm unbalanced, been unbalanced. but realizing in a way that is starting to cultivate and ferment tendencies that enable imbalance and disconnect from self and source is not cool. And it's hard. And it kind of fucking sucks. But this technology cleanse has brought up a lot.